Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's KIM in the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia. And I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know y'all probably like, oh my gosh, she's cutting like crazy today, back to back. Yes, it's because there were so many good things that happened this weekend. And I didn't get a chance to tell you all right then and there. So I'm telling you now. Oh my gosh, y'all. So interesting story. Kev GJ, what's going on, man? Congratulations on launching your funnel. I'm going to be like you when I grow up one day. That's KEV from the Jerusalem. You can have that one. Kid. What's going on, Mary Carter Lloyd? Hey, everybody, listen, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, this originally began as a Facebook Live. Oh, there's a bug here. Oh, no, baby. No, honey, we don't do that. I'm not getting bit. Yeah, this originally began as a Facebook Live, so please be patient with me while I shout out my people who are joining me in real time, okay? And if you're on Facebook Live, feel free to join me over on YouTube. Of course, the channel name is BetterBodyCrew. So let's go ahead and get into it, because this is not going to be long. I'm nearing the time to pick Eho up from school. Oh, I love my baby, but y'all know that school pickup thing just... Oh, it's never enough time in the day. I'm going to get better with my time management. Anywho, let's get to the point of the story. So on Facebook, I said something about my son introduced me to a multi-millionaire. Guys, he did at the event. So here is the story. Hey, what's going on, Marvin? Hey, look, I got two of my brothers on here. What's going on, Jackie Powell? We missed you, girlie, this weekend. Hey, Roderick again. All right, so listen, here is how my son introduced me to a multi-millionaire. Not playing, okay? So we're at Rank Makers, right? And they had like about 3 or 4 really, really good vendors. So the vendors were spread out. They had candy. Of course, my son is going to the table to get candy. But my son is my son. So he's also a talker and he likes to make friends. And I'm not, letting him just run all through the convention centers, nothing like that. The tables were, there weren't that many vendors, so the tables were kind of close together. So if I'm at one table and he's at the next table next to me, just talking to people like, what's your name? Yes, I'm concerned from Georgia. Yes, nice to meet you too. So I'm seeing him and I can hear him, but he's not like, I'm not hearing like everything, but I got control of the situation, right? I got control of the situation. So on the last day, which was Saturday, my son comes to me and he's like, hey, mommy, how much money do you have? Oh, I never liked that question. All parents know that is a trick question. And so I'm like, what's up? And he's like, just how much money do you have? I said, and I looked at my purse, I said, I got 35 cents. He said, give it to me. So I'm like, okay, it's just 35 cents. So I said, well, why do you want this? He's like, because I want to give it to my friend. So I'm like, Kassan, listen, it is not Wealth Wednesday. And in case you guys do not know, Rank Makers and Ray Higdon, he is the reason why my son and I do Wealth Wednesday, which is basically on Wednesday of each week, we pick a stranger to do a random act of kindness for. It usually involves money. This increases our money vibration, helps us to not live in a mindset of like scarcity and lack, in a mindset more so of abundance. And you would not have believed, y'all won't believe the things that have happened to me since I've been doing random acts of kindness for strangers on a consistent basis and involving my son. Y'all know there's a video out there when I first told him about this. He was like, you can give away your money. I ain't giving away my money. And now he really likes to do Wealth Wednesday. But the problem is he thinks that every day is Wealth Wednesday. So I got to get this brother a calendar. But anywho, he was like, I want to give my friend some money. So I'm like, your friend? Because there really were not kids there like that. So anyway, I'm watching my son. He goes over to this young man who's he looks to be like 18, 17 or whatever. And so I see my son giving him this money. And the guy comes on and we were just a few feet apart. And so he's like, you're his mom? And I said, yeah. He said, you have an awesome kid. And every parent knows you love to hear that, right? You love to hear that. I said, yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. And so he was like, I really identify with him, I was the kid that was always at meetings like this around a bunch of adults. I was the kid in the hallway making friends with adults and talking to people and conversing and learning about business stuff too. I said, oh, well, that's awesome. And so he was like, yeah, my dad, and because another man had come up and he was showing my son a video on his phone of, Jackie said real money. Okay. He was showing my son a video on his phone of his son doing something. It was like something funny or whatever. So I'm talking to the young man, my son's new friend, and the young man's father is talking to my son. And so his father goes, hey, give him, they give him a shirt, even though my son clearly didn't buy the tool that they had. It was a contact mapping tool. And the father goes to the son, hey, get their information or connect with her or whatever the case may be. And he just says, you keep it up. And is talking very positively to my son, which I always appreciate. And so the gentleman walks off. The father walks off. And I'm sitting there talking to the son. And the son is like, yeah, okay, so, and just just super friendly, nice guy. And he's like, okay, well, let's connect. And I said, for sure. And so we do we exchanged numbers. He took a picture with my son. And he said, let me, send you the picture. And so he got my phone number. He said, what's your name? And I said, okay. I said, what's your name? And he said, my name is Adrian Chenault. I said, Chenault. Now, there are certain names that are just, like wait a minute here, doggy. So I said, Chenault. I said, hold on. So, wait, you said your dad, wait, that man was Tom Chenault? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Now, for those of you who do not know, my profession is network marketing and direct sales. Tom Chenault is very well known in this profession. He is a legend in the profession. I cannot believe he was standing in front of me and I did not even know that was him. But it's kind of weird. Like if you've ever seen someone who is like of a certain stature or like celebrity status to you, there are some people that they have like very signature looks, like myself. I have locks and big eyes, big bug eyes. So people always know me everywhere I go if they know me, right? I don't necessarily blend, or sometimes they're like, is that, are you the girl from YouTube? And I'd be like, yes, I am. No, I'm just playing. Totally just playing. But there are some people that have signatures looks, right? Like a Idris Elba or something like that. Like you can't miss them. And then there are other people that you're like, wait a minute. And it hits you like after they're gone. And you're like, shoot. So I was just like, oh my gosh, that was Mr. Chenault. Like I have seen this man. I've taken notes on some of the fantastic things that he has said. And it was just like, look at my son up here wheeling and dealing with Tom Chenault and his son. Because I would not have known. There were so many people. There were over 2,000 people at this event. There was a lot to do. I did a lot, but I still missed a lot. And so I just thought that was so amazing that my son connected with the Chenaults. People that I respect so much. Yes, he was that humble and easygoing. Joy said, absolutely. I was just like, wow. And they were so nice to Kassan and they just enjoyed. They had so many great things to say about Kassan. And like I said, from my son, just, wheeling and dealing and just, of course, I expose him to this stuff on a regular, everyday basis. My son knows the voices of my mentors. He knows the voice of Russell Brunson, of Steve Larson, of Myron Golden, of David Imonitie. He knows these people's voices, right? So when my son goes into a business environment like this, he's not like, everybody was telling me, your son is so well-mannered and he was great having him here. And everybody enjoyed his presence and he actually enjoyed the event, because if you know Ray Higdon is hilarious. Like I jokingly but seriously say like, oh my gosh, I am him but with a uterus. He has that sarcastic, dry humor. So my son was like, he probably thinks this was a comedy show, Rank Makers, because he was laughing. But then there were some moments too where there were some really aha moments that my son even had, to where he was like, oh my gosh, that person had a horrible childhood. Thank you, mommy, for being a good mommy. So, this was just a really, really great event. I'm happy that my son got something out of it. And I am still in awe of the fact that he introduced me to someone that I admire so much. My son was up there networking, honey. Yes. So here is my point to you guys. When your children become a certain age, and it was not planned for my son to come to this event, but it worked out perfectly. And I'm so happy that he came. Homeboy was in for a rude awakening this morning, though. He did not want to go back to life, back to reality. Da, 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 da. Y'all remember that song? Oh, I'm gonna have to play it after I finish this broadcast. Oh, back to the field. I don't know the rest of the song. Night and day, hear me out. See, the young ones don't know the song. Little young bucks like Kev Chiche from the Rue Salem, they don't know. But anyway, yeah, he was in for a rude awakening this morning. He did not want to leave the resort in Orlando and the event and all the happenings that were going on. But I'm so happy that he was there, that God worked it out so that the plans I had for him didn't work out as planned, and he had to come be my plus one. I'm happy that Ray Higdon made this a kid-friendly event and welcome kids, because as a single mom, I do not know what I would have done had I not been able to bring him or had to buy a whole nother ticket for him. And I'm super happy that my son, that I, basically had to eat my own words about this profession. It is not for lazy people and losers. I'm happy that God broke me down to my lowest point to make me take a look at this again and say, what I'm doing ain't working. So I guess I can do this pyramid scheme thing. All right. Anyway, I'm happy that I was broken down years ago so that I had to take a serious look at this, because honestly it has changed my life. It has really, really changed my life. It's changed my money. It's changed my time, and it is changing my son. Whoa, 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 whoa. So anyway, guys, if you are, in any type of business realm and you go to events that make it so that children can come, bring your kiddies. Bring the kids along, okay? They're smarter than you give them credit for, and it's super important that we get them exposed as early. Look at what your kids are doing already, okay? My son, I'm pretty technologically savvy, and he's still showing me crap on my phone. I'm like, get out of here. I had no idea. So these kids are smart when it comes to things that they want to do. Why not let them, stretch, get out of their comfort zone as it relates to things that can make them money, that can increase their personal, their mindset, their mentality, and help them get, more engrossed in personal development, tools, skills, certain things that they can use in real life to really just accelerate their progress toward their goals as adults. It's never too early, y'all. It's never too early, y'all. But in the meantime, I'm going to see who else my son got in his Rolodex. So that's my story, how my son introduced me to a multimillionaire that I greatly admire over the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope it inspired you in some way, shape, or form to enrich your own lives by getting in these environments and bringing the kiddies along. If you like this, then click that thumbs up on YouTube. Share this with someone that you think can benefit from this story or would like it, appreciate it. And also, before you go, I love for my YouTubers to hit that big red subscribe button and bang the bell to the right, ding dong, so every time I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Bye.